Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 6 of Primetime Racing's League. As tonight, the Cup cars will take on Darlington for the first race, 25%, and then New Hampshire, 25% race. Tonight is a doubleheader. As we get ready to load in here, from what I saw, Chrome Prince has the pole and Dr. Goober has second. And with this race tonight, you know, looking from last week, man, Pickle coming off Pickled is a defending race winner here at Darlington. As the cars now are going around, as it looks like you got Chrome Prince in the lead, Mr. Wyatt on his rear end, and they have already got separation on third and fourth. As you can see now, fourth of Thunder Cookies and the 24 of Goober and the 51 of Joker are all sitting third, fourth, and fifth. I mean, it looks like Goober's already got right side damage on that car. Just barely starting this race, being a few laps in. The race stages are 25% no stages, so that means 92 laps. Fuel window looking about 16 to 20 laps, depending on tires and if they can get to the end of their run. Winners this week right now in the K&N series is Dr. Goober on Thursday. And the winner in the truck here was Jay Banner. Jay Banner, Friday came in with an amazing field strategy. Yes, sir, it is. Jay Banner came in here with an amazing field strategy, put himself in the right spot, right place, right time to win the truck series. We'll see if he can do that tonight. So you see now, Dr. Goober is on the rear end of Chrome Prince and Mr. Wyatt, as they are about, I'd say about maybe 6 or 7 laps in. Darlington is a fast track, and man, if you mess up just a little, it's very costly. As you can see, Mr. Wyatt currently in second. He has been very strong in the Cup Series. I would not expect him to come out. I would not expect him to finish somewhere back in the top 10, as he has now currently have the Cup Series the Cup Series points leader. He's the Cup Series points leader with 271 points. In second place in the Cup Series points is the 48 of Chrome Prince. And they are 1 and 2 right now. So we're about 8 laps in. And as we're going here, we're going to go ahead and check in on Thunder Cookies. Thunder Cookies, he's had a very strong season so far. He is sitting 10th right now in points with 206 points. So he's about 70 back from Mr. Wyatt. He does not have a win yet, still looking for one. But, the way he's been running, being top 10, top 5, he's got himself close to the top 3. He'll have a good shot tonight at Darlington. And if you notice, a lot of these cars here have their Darlington throwback schemes. And they're doing this for the simple fact that, Darlington is a throwback track. Every time racers go here, every year, it's just, you see the throwback schemes, and they're so nice. As you see right now, the 20 of Disturbs looking under the 88 of Pickled as they make contact. Left quarter panel. Luckily, he did not spin Pickled, or else that would have been some bad news. As you see the 95 on the 20. I don't expect to see some good battles for these guys here later on. See the 94 of Sandwich unfortunately has damage as the 13 runs into the back of him. That's something you don't want to see. We are scrolling through the field here. Berkele's already coming down to grab his tires and fuel. We'll see if that strategy pays off. See the beautiful 13 of BRB Beast. That is a nice car. Looks nice. You know, let's go back and talk about BRB Beast. He is currently sitting in what it looks about. He's actually in last place with 122 points. You know, he hasn't really started the season off strong. Unfortunately, he's been in the back a lot, but I can expect to see him pull up to the front if he can just keep that car straight, because it looks like he ain't falling off that much. If he can come down before everyone get the tires, you know, he becomes faster, he's going to have a good shot. It looks like the 48 of Chrome Prince has grabbed some distance on the 00 Mr. Wyatt. As you see, the 24 now has shuffled his way in the second place. You know, tonight, looking at the race with Darlington, New Hampshire, tires wear really easily. The question is going to be tonight, you know, who can keep their car clean? One, who's going to have the tires to make it to the end of the run, and who's going to have the extra fuel to save it? As you see, they are already starting to come up on lap cars. This lap car here is the 14 of Mikey. Mikey is currently in third place in the point standings with 267 points, and he's still looking for his first win. Could tonight be his first win? More than likely, with the way he's running right now, not here, but I can see it in New Hampshire. You know, he's strong there. He can hit the corners right. But you know, another guy that can hit the corners right is Chrome Prince. Chrome is extremely good at just about every track he goes. He takes his time, you know, he gets his car in motion. He feels what's wrong with the car and he fixes it. That's how Chrome is. He's a strong driver. He knows what to do if something ain't feeling right on the car, and he just kills it. As you see now, he is all the way down. He may be hitting pit road already. As you see now, the 24 of Dr. Goober will snag up first place. Goober, he's right now sitting with 240 points for the season. He has one win, and that is at Auto Club. Goober is super strong at those tracks. Right now, it's looking like he's really strong at Darlington. That car looks tight. It's looking like it's now starting to come to him. As you see now, the 00 Mr. Wyatt's going to pull it down pit road. And I think Goober has a good shot if he can get that car all the way to the end. You see here, Mr. Wyatt, it looks like the 13 of BRB. Nope, the 10 of Daddy Maggot pulled it down pit road. As the 1 of Berkele's is now pit road again. Let's go ahead and check in with the number 2 of Houday. He is currently 5th place with 233 points. Now, he is also still looking for his first win of the season. He's very consistent, though. I mean, that's the reason he's sitting up in the front. Houday is smart when it comes to that stuff. Really smart. As you see, more cars are starting to pull it down pit road. It was about 16 laps, and man, these guys are pulling it down pit road. But the guy that hasn't pulled it down pit road yet is this man, Jay Banner. He is very good at fuel strategies. Unless he may have come down already. I could be wrong, but he is really good at fuel strategies. He knows how to take the gas and stretch it about twice the length that it needs to be. He's so good and so consistent at that. You know, he did it last night in the Truck Series at Darlington. I mean, I think he can do it tonight too at the Cup. You can see all these cars coming out of pit road. The 51 of Joker. It looks like the 00 Mr. Wyatt is on Jay Banner. He's doing an awesome job if he is in the lead keeping him behind. Yes, he is. As he is now getting ready to pull his 9 car down pit road. Is that what he wants? Is that going to get him to the end of the race? As it looks like he is coming down exactly at lap 20, going in the 21. So we go ahead and check back in with Dr. Goober. He has reclaimed the lead. He is up front now. And let's see what he can do out front. As you can see, he is getting closer on a lap car, but that 00 Mr. White's getting even closer as we may have a manual caution. That's exactly what we have, is a manual caution. So a little bit different with manual cautions now, the way they change it. Cars are okay. So what happens is they got 3 strikes. If you ruin a car, you spin them around, you do something, you get a strike. You got 3 strikes and then you're out. The first strike is just a warning, so whoever caused it is just going to warn it out. Be like, man, just be careful what you do, watch it, pay attention. Second strike is a rear of the field, meaning if you spun someone in the game, didn't call the caution, then you're immediately to the back of the field. It'll drop back is immediately after. You'll drop to the last car on the lead lap. So you can see the cars were planning to go down pit road, but I think everyone faked because they are really good on tires and fuel right now. The man that's amazing on tires and fuel right now is that 9 to J Banner. It couldn't have been perfect timing for him. He comes down pit road. It would have been even more amazing if he had everyone trapped a lap down. That would have really helped him. Because 1, he has everyone trapped a lap down, and 2, he has everyone, he's already pit. So he came down, he got the fuel, the tires, everything. And going on with the third strike, if these guys intentionally spin someone, it's going to be a green flag pass-through penalty, which means you're not allowed to take any tires or fuel in the pass-through. Nothing. But if this happens with 5 to go in the race, that's going to carry on the next week. So you got to be really mindful of who you're around. As you see now, cars are going to pull it down pit road. The 24 of Dr. Goober leading them in. It looks like there was a few cars that stayed out. Yes, the 13 of BRB. The 94 Anita Sandwich. I'm surprised the 9 of J Banner actually went down pit road. J Banner literally just pitted for tires and fuel. Unless if he felt like there was more he can do to the car, I would have just stayed out. Also checking in with Banner. He is currently sitting, it looks like 11th. He is tied with Juicy Jake for the Cup Series points. They are both sitting at 189 points. Juicy has his win, of course, he has his win. It should be, yes. Actually, Juicy does not have a win this season. He has 1 win under himself for the Cup Series, but no win this season. So you can see cars now pulling it out of pit road. And it looks like they're getting ready to rack and stack them and throw them down one more time. As that will be the first caution of the race. I didn't think it was going to happen that fast. So I believe after all this, the 94 of Nita Sandwich is going to go straight to the front. We haven't really talked much about him, but he's been lurking in the shadows. Sandwich currently is sitting 18th in points with 146 points and he has only ran 3 races. So this would be his 4th race. Not bad for, getting a late start on these races because we're in week 6. So he's missed pretty much 50% of these races. He's not doing bad right now, though. As you can see, on the outside of him is the 41 of the best. The best. Same situation. We haven't talked much about him, but he sort of just hangs out. He's there. He can easily take over if he needs to, but he's sort of just along for the ride. As right now, he is sitting 13th in points with 186 points in the season. He does not have a win, still looking for one. He does have the fastest lap. Could tonight be a change for him? Could he be number 1 after tonight's said and done? As they're getting ready to come to the restart zone and they are off, green flag waving, 41 and 94 up front. We're going to go ahead and ride on board with the best really quickly. As I believe another caution flies, it could work out for these two. If they come in, does everyone else come in? I mean, what happens? As I think this one's actually game caution. So this one's going to completely change. Yeah, this is a game caution. So 41 and 94 are out front, but that may change very quickly. As it may have been actually the 48 and the 20 may have got into it. I'm sorry, the 5. So we get it ready. The rack and stack 'em. The 24 Goober is out front. And green flag's out. The 88 now moves himself in the second, with the 41 still out leading the race. As the 94 and 51 are hot on those guys' tails, as 41 makes contact with the 24, he goes up in the wall. 88 is now your new leader. Pickle Caribou, he's been very strong, very consistent the entire season. He was up there in Texas last week. I believe he was top 3 last week in Texas. So the question is can he get it done tonight also? As Pickled is currently sitting 8th in points right now with 217 points. He does not have a win this season, but he is on 6 starts. So this is 7th start. As another caution comes out, at this point I'd be telling them, you know what, guys, we need to settle down. Take a breather. Let's put on a show. Did you see the 51? I mean, those 3 were getting ready to pull, but it's unfortunate right now how many cautions are coming out. But it seems like it's working in the front 3's advantage. as we are getting ready to rack and stack them back up. The should be the 88. No, it's not the 88. Looks like the 94 of Nita Sandwich is out front with the 13 of now BRB taking the lead. He said, BRB, give me 1 second and let me grab this. And he is now out front leading the pack as it looks like they're going to go around again. 9 spins around. He collects the 5, 20, 00, 41, and 4. As I would not be surprised if this brings out another caution. Unfortunately, it looks like the number 1 of Hercules and the 66 of Blue Linear had maybe engine failures or, their tires weren't on right and they were parked for the night. Unfortunate, Hercules, he's been strong. He's sitting in 16th right now in points with 161 points. Blue Linear, he's not doing as well as Blue Linear. Let's see, here is... Blue Linear is 22nd in points right now. So, it's unfortunate for those two, but they weren't that high up in the standings. The 94 and 13 are going to go ahead and take us green. As hopefully this time we can get through with a green flag run. See, the 94 now pulls out to the lead. 95 and 24 behind the 13 and the 94. 95 we haven't talked about much. He's just sort of been here. The 95 is currently sitting... Let's see here. The 95... I'm sorry, the 96 is sitting in 24th with 127 points. See, cars are going around once again. The 48 managed to sneak through that actually while I was talking. That is the 95 of Elite Fusion. He hasn't really been high on points. He's been pretty low on points. As tonight races is double points, so that can mean good news for some of these guys that, have been radio silent for the past few weeks. So we go ahead and scroll our way up. Who is our leader? It looks like our leader's the 95 Elite Fusion. Speaking of him, this is his time to pounce. It's worth double points, so it's going to help him a lot. So you can see the 88 of Pickled right behind him and the 48 of Chrome on him. Chrome has now found his way back into the top 3, and I would not be surprised if he can... Oh, he slams the 95. I would not be surprised if Chrome can come back and take this lead. He is now getting ready to fight his teammate for the lead. The 88 of Pickled now up front. You see the 24 also lurking in the background. That's another Hendrick member. He may be able to squeeze his way past the lead and make Hendrick 1, 2, 3. Chrome looks like, I'm sorry, not Chrome. Pickle looks like he's slowing up a little. 48's going to take advantage of it. Slide under him. 48 is now your new leader. You can see 48 looks like he's got himself set. I think once you give that 48 clean air, man, he's gone. He sets himself right. He knows what to do. He just takes off. You see 24 now working his way around the 95. Hendrick is 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, the 9 was caught up in that wreck, so there is not a 4th member right now. But I'm sure we'll see that 4th member up soon. See, the 24 is inching himself closer. At this point, I would just hope I wasn't pulled out of that draft, because if he lost the draft, that is not something that you want. Draft's gone, he's ruined. It hurts him. So you can see the 95 has fallen off a lot within seconds. He may have burned his tires too much, especially if he didn't pit during the cautions, because, you know, as bad as people say it, man, those extra laps of tires that you get can really make or break your race. 48, you saw him. He was in the back because he took fresh tires. Look where he is now. He's up number one, riding high in the clean air. For the 88 of Pickle, same thing. He took he took the tires, even if it was two. He slowly advanced and then took advantage when needed to. The 24, I'm sure the same exact thing. Those guys are absolutely dominating the race right now. It looks like we're nearing a little over the halfway point. And once banner comes across the start finish, I will let you know where they're at. So it looks like they're on lap about 48, 49, 50-ish. You see the 48 of Chrome is getting loose. That allows the 88 to slip by. It allows the 24 to, catch back up, put himself in position if needed to pass the 48. So we're going to go ahead and ride up front with the 88 for a bit. I apologize about not having the cars, as I believe we have now got the car audio. As you see in the back, the 24 is now got to the rear end of the 88. The 48's looking loose. I don't think that's good for him right now. You can see the 95, he is far back there. If these three can just continue what they're doing right now, I think Pickle will have a good shot at winning. The 24 Goober will have a good shot at winning, and the 48 of Chrome will have a good shot at winning. As you see now, the 24 of Goober is going to get his way around the 88. 48 of Chrome looks like he's getting ready to hit pit road. As the 80 of Pickle's also looking like he's going to hit pit road. I don't think it could be the right time. It totally depends on what they got during the cautions. This may have helped out the 24. If he can get the tires to the end of the run, the way he's been running right now, he might have a shot at winning. The 48, if it came down at the right time, he could have a shot at winning. But the guy that I think has the best shot at winning is gonna be the 9 of J Banner. He may have got caught up in the wreck, but man, he is really good at saving the fuel. As you can see, he is like puffering that gas, as he's got one lap of fuel left, and let's see if he can stretch it around. As he comes across, looks like he's got 38. So if he comes down now, he'll be fine on tires and gas. Looks like, is he going to be able to stretch it one more? The 9 of J Banner is going to look like he's going to get one more lap out of it. We'll have to see if that's going to hurt him or if that's going to help him. That's not look good. He has hit 0. Wow. You can hear the gas coming in and out. But the guy that currently has the lead is the 41 Anita Sandwich. I mean, not Anita Sandwich, the 41 of the best. So if it does come down the field, does the best happen? As it looks like they got about 18 laps of fuel is what they get. Depending on how long you can stretch it, that's really going to show who's going to come out the winner. The guys coming in currently may no longer need to save gas. So the 41 and 9 will no longer need to save gas, worry about pitting 2 more times. They'll only need to pit once. Versus, as you see the 14 goes around, versus the 48 and the 24 and the 88. Those guys are going to have to come down twice, if not 3 more times. Just for the simple fact that it's tough to save gas at these tracks. They're short tracks. You don't know when to save the gas, when the right time is. You see the 10 of Maggot puts the 48 in the wall. So I'm almost certain the 10 was also a lap car. Wow, that 48's gotta be mad. His 24 is now on that 48. He took advantage of the situation. As we'll go ahead and actually right up front with the 24. We'll go ahead and get with him for a bit. And as we come back, listening to 24, you hear how much he's off the gas in the corners. Could he be saving his fuel now versus the 9 and the 41 and the 5, saving their fuel to go further? Whereas he, tires, is he saving the tires? Not running it as hard as the 48 is. You see the 48's getting squirmish all over the place. The 24 is also getting squirmish, but not as bad. As you can see, they got no one behind them. Everyone else is out of the equation for first and second except for these two. As Banner comes back across the start strides, I will I'll see what they got lap wise at least left in this race. You know, as we're sitting here looking at, next race, there's a doubleheader tonight. So they're both 25%, as the next race is New Hampshire. Well, this week, Chrome has won the K&N Series and the Truck Series. So you see a pattern going on. Goober won Darlington. Chrome has won New Hampshire so far. Could it be the same thing? Could it be, Goober winning Darlington and Chrome winning New Hampshire? Could it be Chrome winning Darlington and Goober winning New Hampshire? It's going to be 25%, 75 laps, so it will be about the same pace, if not a little bit faster, because New Hampshire is a short track. It's known for the amount of speed that they get for getting around the track. They call it the magic mile for a reason. As you can see, the 48 and 24 are now approaching lap traffic, as it looks like the 94 and 20 are going to be the ones that they're going to try to get around. See the 48 now getting ready to do it with ease. As he gets around the 94, it looks like the 94 did give up the position. The 24 barely holding on there, just about slammed into the wall, which would have been good, as the 48 dipped super low. He may have been getting loose as he's getting ready. He's getting closer to approaching the 20 of Disturbed. I mean, when you look at Darlington, you would never think this would be a track that drivers get spread out on. But, I mean, these guys, I have never seen Darlington this spread out. I mean, they're probably at least a good 2 to 3 car lengths between each other, except for the leaders. And maybe this backpack over here, yeah, Mr. Wyatt's pack, as he hits the wall. They are coming out of 3 and 4. So, I mean, if this gives you an indication, Goober is getting ready to come in the 3 and 4. Mr. Wyatt is just out going in the 1 and 2. I mean, these guys got half a track on, I guess, would be 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's maybe not even 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Maybe 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. As you can see now, they are getting closer on the lap cars. It looks like the 48 is low. 24 grabs the wall. I thought the 48 was going to come in for a moment, but he did not. 24 is inching closer and closer to that 48. The 48 looks like he is getting ready to pull it down pit road. We're going to go ahead and ride with 24 as he rides the wall. As we come to the start stripes here, I mean, you look behind Goober, there's no one in sight except for the 95 is what it looks like. I mean, when you look at the 95, he's got 2 people, him and Hude. They're just now coming out. I mean, you can see, looking from the back of him, what the distance he's got as he gets ready to pull it down pit road. Is that 2 of Hude is going to stay out. At this point, it's hard to think who's a lap down. So you can see the 9 of J Banner and the 88 of Pickled Caribou. They have linked up and they are now, I guess you could say, as you say, the 9 now is passing the 88. I think they were just drafting each other for a bit. And Banner managed to make the move as he is getting closer and closer to that 00 Mr. Wyatt. Mr. White gets in the wall. Oh, he pulls down. I thought he was going to tag the 9 for a minute. That was not going to be good. You can see the 88 tried to get some draft, but he's going to go ahead and pull it down pit road along with the 00. And yeah, this should be new leader, number 9, Jay Banner. Unless if the 41 has anything to say. He passes the 95 of Elite Fusion. Elite looks like he may be trying to save gas, or he could just be in and out already on gas and just sort of just driving away. Banner's got no one in front of him, so the only guy he's got to worry about is that 95. So I think Jay Banner's trying to get everything he can out of the car, shaking it a little, see if he can't get that extra fuel. You see the 2 now emerging on the track as these guys are more than a lap down. As yeah, this is going to be the last stop for the number 9. Whenever he gets to it. But the other car on him here is going to be the 51 of Joker as he pulls it down pit road. He had a huge gap on them as Banner just now got the fuel light. He's gonna need 18 laps or more. The question is he gonna have it? If we look back here on Jay Banner, he's now pulling it down pit road, so he must have enough to make it to the end of the race. As you see in front of him is the 41 of the best. You know, those two are really efficient at saving the fuel. And I think if it is set and done, if it does come down the fuel, you're going to see the 41 win it. As we look here, the 88 up pickled, he's been, sort of quiet. He hasn't been out in the race ever since he spun it around early on. He's just sort of been hanging out in the back. See at 48 now of Chrome Prince coming up on lap traffic. Looks like the 00 Wyatt and the 20 of Elite. I'm sorry, not the 20 of Elite. The 20 of Disturbed is who he's coming up on. 24 gives the 00 a little nudge. The 24 now looking to get his way around the 20. 48 dragging himself closer to the 00. As we're getting ready to crunch time. Cars are starting to get impatient. They're thinking, you know what, it's time to go. Let's go. The 48 pulling himself, further away from the pack than what he wants. He's not doing too hot right now. As, we'll go ahead and ride up with the 48 for right now. as we look back on the 24, he's got the 00 Mr. Wyatt right on him. You know, I can't tell if Wyatt's a lap down. I believe he is. But, man, is Goober just killing it right now. Goober's got himself set as I believe they're getting closer and closer to, that white flag waving. Question will be is who's gonna have the gas for it? Who's gonna make it to the end, with tires and everything runs through the heads. And the question is will they? It's the only thing I can think is will they? Will they make it to the end? Will they have enough tires? Will they be able to get themselves around the 24 to have a shot at this? Will they? Is the first thing that I think of. You can see 24 is just absolutely dominating. He's getting closer to the 9. This 24 has just been killing it tonight. Going back and watching, checking stats. And with him winning Darlington in both the K&N series and the K&N series, I wouldn't be surprised if he takes this home. But, on the other hand, the 9 of J Banner, he has the gas. He knows how to save the gas if needed. I think he's another one of those guys that if it comes down to the end, what if he has enough? If he has enough, is it going to give him the win? Is he going to have enough time to catch the leaders? Is there going to be other people in front of him that's already been thinking of saving? A lot goes into your mind when you're trying to figure out, am I faster than this guy? As you look, the field is just so spread out. I mean, there's guys just everywhere. Every corner you look, there's someone there. I would love to commentate, but it's so hard to. You see, unfortunately, the 13 and the 14 look like they may have had engine failures. But it's hard to keep going when there ain't action. And that's unfortunately one of those tracks is Darlington. It's hard to get the action. It's hard to get good drivers that can just consistently run close to each other. But that's the thing I love about primetime. Little tracks like these, short tracks, you're going to break off no matter what. But, man, are they so close to each other on, the super speedways. Well, that should be no. You're thinking, well, of course, they're going to be close to each other. Speedways. You think of Las Vegas. You think about how all the cars slowly spread out. No, they are right on top of each other. I mean, from the green flag to the checker flag, they are within at least driving distance. As you can see, the 00 of Mr. Wyatt catching up on the 24. 24 may be letting off a lot because who's now lurking in the background? The 2 of Houday. Houday's been very, very, very silent. But he's been very deadly as we're actually getting ready to hit the last lap. As I believe this is gonna be the last lap. White flag's out. It's the 00 of Wyatt spins it. We're gonna see if this 24's got enough gas. Actually, that could be the end of the race. Actually, I believe that signifies the end of the race. Yes, it does. Yep, it looks like that signifies the end of, Darlington. Darlington's a tough track to race, especially when it comes down to, you know, gas, tires, and all that. We are going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back. And we are back. We got the top three in the booth. Chrome Prince coming out here in third place, man. You were very dominant at the start of this race, but it seemed like after the cautions, you just had issues that popped up. Man, walk us through. How was it, going from, straight lead? I know you had to come down. It looked like you had to save some fuel, man. What was going through your head?
Yeah, I knew I had to save fuel once I came out of pit road, so I had to save a lot right there. Make sure I had enough to make it to the end.
Yeah, we've seen you very dominant in the Cup cars all season long. Being right on the tails of the leader, Mr. Wyatt. But tonight, man, you were on a different level of skill, and especially when it comes down to saving. I mean, it was very unfortunate you got third, but you absolutely killed it.
Yeah, I would rather take a top three than not have enough to make it to the end.
And with that coming down, is is the saving gonna put any factor for you in New Hampshire, or because New Hampshire, man, we've seen it. You were dominant in the K&N series this week. You were dominant in the Truck series this week. Do you think you'll have the same momentum going forward into the Cup series at New Hampshire?
I think so. Probably gonna be a saving coming down to that one too, probably.
Alrighty. Well, congrats on your top three, man, tonight. You did a great job.
You have good race.
And we're gonna go ahead and go over the second place Joker. I mean, you were one of my picks to be up there at the top. You were very, very silent, but you were very deadly. And it definitely showed coming towards the end. Were you looking to save your fuel, or was it just something that just dawned upon you at the end? And run us through stage one and two for you also.
Yeah, no, at the end there, I was just trying to save fuel with before the last stop. I tried to save it on the stop before that. So at the last stop, I had enough gas to just hold it down all the way. That's why you see me coming up through the field there pretty fast.
Yeah, we saw, I was watching and, watching banners stream on board camera, you see everyone's pulling down pit road, but you, Milk, and Banner, you three were the guys that stayed out the longest. It was definitely very beneficial coming to the end Were you thinking that there was going to be a late caution? Were you hoping there was going to be a late caution and maybe get closer? Or did you want it to go green flag for the rest of the way?
Now, I wanted to go green the rest of the way. I was hoping Goober will run out of gas, but he seemed to have saved it somewhere along the way as well. So congratulations to him. But yeah, I just drove it, the best I could. It saved enough gas for once I got to that last pit stop, I'll just hammer down and take it to the front. Unfortunately, I came up one short.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say, you can only go up from here. So I'll be expecting you to be top three once again next week, maybe even winning it with it being Homestead. It could be coming down to a fuel strategy or tire strategy. Is there, New Hampshire too? Is there anything you're going to come into those tracks with a mindset of?
Well, New Hampshire today, I had a little practice earlier on, so look out for me there, at least in the top five.
There you go.
And,
Congrats on your
and
P2.
Miami, look at me in the top, maybe 2 or 3.
There you go. Good mindset, man. Congrats on your P2. And take it and run.
All right, catch you next time.
And then we go to our winner. We saw him win the K&N series. We saw him win the Truck Series. Goober, man, coming in first place once again with the Cup Series. How'd you get it done, man?
I just tried to push it until that last stop because I didn't realize I had to save any fuel. So I was just going as hard as I could, trying to keep up with Chrome. And then on that last stop, I had to save about a lap, and that was pretty easy. I think I saved like 2 laps on that last run. It was like 2 laps to the good. So it was just about staying on track and coasting around and just keeping it in the lead.
Yeah, you were high, you were good, you were blowing through, you were in the lead for most of the race, man. You were on Chrome for a bit. When you saw him start to slow down, did your mindset just boost knowing that you had the distance between him and you, and with him getting loose on older tires, did it, set your mindset in that, I'm the guy that has the shot tonight?
Yeah, I had just realized that I had such a big gap, so I just had to take it easy on that last run to try and not kill the right rear tire. I was just trying to save it all that last run. And turns out I saved it enough and got it.
That was amazing. Is there, with New Hampshire coming close to possible gas and tires, do you think that's going to help you at all with it being in a cup car? Because we saw it happen earlier in Darlington. Chrome was slipping around. Do you think the same thing's going to happen in New Hampshire, or are you just looking to give yourself the best shot possible?
Yeah, I think it's always about trying to give myself the best shot possible. No matter what, I got to focus on myself more than what Chrome does. So it's just about keeping my eyes ahead and just racing.
Yeah, and with, also Miami being next week, you think that's going to be another one of those races that you're going to have an amazing shot at? With, it's going to come down to possibly tires and fuel again. Do you think you're going to have a shot, or you think that one you're going to fall back a bit?
Oh, I really hope I have a shot. I think I've learned Homestead enough to run around there pretty well, so I hope that we run well next week.
Well, that was definitely a good run from you tonight at Darlington. Congrats on your P1, man. And go ahead and hoist that trophy high as you're getting ready to set your car in for New Hampshire, man.
All right, thank you.
And that is race number 1. Race number 2 is New Hampshire. New Hampshire is about 75 laps. You get about 21 to 24 laps of fuel. So your car is definitely going to last further than the last one. The question is are you going to get your tires to the end of the 24 lap fuel run, or is it going to ruin you? We'll have to see, as now these cars are getting ready to settle themselves in and take on New Hampshire. We'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we are back for New Hampshire. The guys, it took a little bit longer. Sorry about that. The guys just having technical difficulties on their end. The lobby wasn't booting up the way it was supposed to. The lobby shut down on them. Gotta love Heat 5, right? We're going to go ahead and load in here. And this race here is New Hampshire. Chrome has won both of them, the K&N Series and the Truck Series. 25%er, 75 laps. Field window about 21, 24 laps, maybe 25. You can stretch that extra lap. Then you're only pitting 3 times. I believe after that race, the standings should change around a little with Goober jumping in front of Mikey and Chrome jumping in front of Wyatt. As we are in now as the 48 of Chrome Prince has got the lead. But the 41 of the best now pulling as you see